Hello everybody, this is Ronan. For this video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to test some different gap fillers. A lot of people have mentioned different things, glue, caulking, gesso, all this stuff. So I wanted to put it to the test and see what works. A lot of the stuff I had laying around from different projects around the house, or some of it I actually went and bought too, specifically for this because other people recommended it. I've been using one thing and I wanted to see what the rest use. Some of the criteria was it had to be able to stick and it had to be paintable afterwards and flexible. Some of the stuff won't be flexible. I know it won't, but I just wanted to see how it works because sometimes you do want a flexible piece, sometimes you don't. So what I'm going to do now is go through and apply each part, each one to a section here, and then let it sit and dry overnight. So some of the things I have here have Mod Podge, which is glue, school glue, which these are about the same thing, but I want to test them both to see if one does make a difference. Wood glue, these are going to be hardened afterwards. I already know that. Wood filler, this is probably going to be hard too. But we'll see. Clear DAP Quick Seal Plus, this is stuff I've been using and it works great, but we'll see. We got a different kind of caulking here. We got some gutter sealer that I've had. This is some ceramic tile caulking, so it's a little more sandy. Got some liquid nails. This is for gluing paneling on walls and such. This is something I just saw the other day, so I grabbed it. It's called Flex and Fill spackling paste. It says it's flexible, doesn't crack, so we'll see. This is gesso. A lot of people recommend this, so I wanted to try it and see how it works. Okay, so now it's been about 24 hours later, so let's see how things dried. First start over here at the Mod Podge. It actually held together pretty good. School glue, it's a little thin, but it held together. Wood glue, it cracks right away. So that wouldn't work good at all for an area that you want to flex. The wood filler, that cracks right there too. This is the Quick Seal Plus. Nice grip on that. This is the indoor-outdoor sealant. It actually pulls right off. Peels off like a second skin, so that means it doesn't stick to that at all. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. This is the gutter seal. It's actually pretty good. Sticks to it really well. So there we go. This is the acrylic latex caulking. Pulls apart pretty easy. It doesn't stick to the foam at all. It peels right off. So that won't work good. This is the sanded tile caulking. It actually holds on there pretty decent. This right here is liquid nails. Holds pretty good too. Here we got the flex and fill, the spackle. It cracks a little bit if you get some good bend to it. So maybe if you have a couple coats. And normally you'd want to put a few coats on anyway of a lot of the stuff. This is the gesso. This doesn't hold at all together. Of course, you'd be gluing this together, but I wanted to also test how it was. So that's that. What I'm going to do now is, normally you'd have a few coats, but I don't want to waste brushes doing this. So I'm going to sand and see how that turns out. So normally when you apply these, you would actually do a damp sponge brush, and you can get it nice and smooth. But I didn't do that here just because I wanted to test how sandable these are. Again, this is only one coat, so you'd normally put a few coats on, but you probably would sand in between to get it a smooth finish. This is just a sanding block. It's a medium grit sandpaper. So Mod Podge. Well, it sands pretty good and still holds together. The school glue. You can tell the difference between this school glue, maybe because it's washable, and the Mod Podge. That peels right up as soon as you start sanding it, so that wouldn't really work. This is the Quick Seal Plus. You can sand that pretty good. It peels up a little bit, but overall I like it. I want to make sure that this is the clear, not the bright white. I've actually tested the bright white too, and it's not as good as this. Here we have the gutter sealer. It's really hard to sand. It really sticks. So yeah, it doesn't sand at all. I think this really is like a contact cement, because it kind of balls up like it. So that really wouldn't work good either. So now we got the acrylic we didn't like. The ceramic tile caulk. See how well that sounds. That does not sand at all. Probably because it is sand in there. So it just does not sand one bit. May have applied a lot of pressure, but not for what I want to do. Liquid nails. It doesn't really sand either. It may sand, but it'd take a lot of pressure to do that. That's still a maybe. But it doesn't, it does peel up pretty easy. So it doesn't grip to there at all. So that's gone. The flex and fill. This one does kind of crack. Peels up a little bit. You can sand that a little bit, but it's really cracking, so I don't like that. So let's toss that in the pile. And I guess so. I have some friends that swear by this. As you can see, let me show you, it really cracks up there. That's after just one coat. So that really wouldn't do good. So really it's down to these two. And I can tell you that these are actually the two that I use anyway. This one's really good. If you put a bunch of coats on, it becomes hardened though, and you can't use it as a top coat because if it rains, it'll turn back into glue. So this is really good on pieces that are hardened where there's no flex to it. If it starts getting flexing, it may crack. The Quick Seal Plus Clear from DAP is really good for bigger gaps. That was one we had here. It sticks to the foam really well. You can sand it a little bit. You can't sand a lot. So what I do is I get a foam brush and a wet foam brush, and I apply this when I put it on. So there you go. There's the different products to use to fill a gap. And hopefully you can use that and build something awesome. Thanks.